What up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of The Mind of Maze. I am your host, Malon Maze Miranda, and you are watching Season 2, Episode 9. So let's get right into it, man. I hate having to report these things, man, and I know a lot of these topics are old now, you know what I'm saying? I haven't been on here in a while. Been trying to get everything together. So to all my followers, man, I apologize for that. I gotta be a little bit more consistent with throwing these out. But, like I had a little bit of writer's block lately, which I touched on the last episode. Got a little bit depressed, certain things going on. But I'm back. And, yeah, man. Before I get into anything, though, I want to say also, everybody that's been buying merch, the website currently is down right now, malonmiranda.com. So when I tell y'all, if you want any of this merch, you have to go to malonmiranda.com on Facebook. DM sizes, colors, etc. And we'll definitely get back to you. And payments are made on Cash App. Once you Cash App the money, the merch is sent out. So that's what's going on with that. So all right, so we got Carmelo Anthony. So I know this has been talked about many times on a lot of different podcasts. I haven't got a chance to give my perspective yet on it, and another terrible thing, man. This young man was jumped by 4 kids who planned this, who put this together, and Carmelo Anthony, I guess, took out a knife or whatnot. He poked up the kid, and this was all in self-defense, right? When have you heard of somebody getting 35 years for protecting themselves? I mean, what kind of world are we living in here, people? Like, where do they do this at? So that's saying you could be walking down the street right now. 4 guys are up to no good. They got an issue with you for whatever. Maybe it's your skin color. Maybe it's the way you dress, the way you walk, the way you talk. Fuck it. Think of any scenario. But just imagine it's four individuals run up on you. You happen to have a pocket knife in your pocket, obviously, but you have it for situations like this to protect yourself, because maybe you don't have a gun, maybe you don't like firearms, maybe there's a million and one reasons why you might not have a gun, but it's easier to get you a little pocket knife, walk around with that just for protection. Now 4 people run up on you, they're beating the shit out of you. Nobody can physically beat up 4 people, okay? So you take out your pocket knife and you poke one of the guys up, right? Unfortunately, the individual that you poked up didn't make it. Does that make you a murderer? You're not a murderer. You didn't want that problem. You didn't want to have to do that. You were protecting yourself. Keep in mind, what would have happened if he didn't have the knife? What would happen if he was out there with nothing? So you're telling me these kids would have beat the shit out of him, and they would have probably just got suspended? You know what I'm saying? Like, make this make sense. So this young man gets 35 years. 35 fucking years for defending himself. This is self-defense. Again, the injustice again here in the United States is unbelievable. This kid gets 35 years for protecting himself. And these were 4, these were 4 white kids that did this to him. And it's like he's defending himself, but he was the problem. He was the issue. He's the monster. We need to put him behind bars because he's a murderer. This kid is not a murderer. This kid was protecting himself, and he got 35 years. They threw him away for the next 35 years of his life for protecting himself. Unbelievable. You know, again, my heart, my thoughts, my prayers, and my condolences to the young man's family who passed away. But to give this kid 35 years for defending himself, I just, I don't see it. I don't agree with it. It's terrible. And again, shout out my thoughts and my prayers to the Carmelo Anthony's family as well. It was just a unfortunate situation. So on to the next one. Jay-Z back outside again, like I was saying. Great look. He came out at the Roots Festival. He had the fro. Everybody had something to say about his afro, and they wanted to know, do you believe that Jay-Z's hair is real or not? Do you think he was wearing a wig, extensions, whatever, or was that naturally all his hair? You know, me personally, who cares, man? Like, I personally, who cares? Like, what does that even matter? This guy is a rapper. We can critique the music all we want. I mean, that's what it's there for. That's what the hip hop's about, man. You know. But why do we care about this man's hair so much? Like, who the fuck cares? Like, why is that? Why is that a big deal? Well, we're gonna talk about whether his hair is real or not. Me personally, I don't care if it's real or not. I mean, yeah, if he was wearing a wig, I mean, yeah, that's kind of weird. But I mean, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jackson wore a wig for years. Nobody said nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, why does that matter? What he does with his hair? You know, crazy. But anyways, salute to Hove, man. Sold out Yankee Stadium in the Bronx 3 nights in a row, man. 3 nights in a row. Highest selling gate for Yankee Stadium. I want to say it was like a little over 44,000 or something like that. I also heard complaints that it was like the fans were standing outside for like an hour waiting to get in. I'm not really sure what happened, but you know, Jay didn't disappoint his fans. The show must go on. They went up in there, they had a good time, and 3 nights in a row. And he had every celebrity you could think of out there, every rapper, every singer, and I personally have not seen it. I wasn't there. I would have loved to have been there, but I heard it was a great show, 3 nights, and also again, shout out to Ye too, because Ye is selling out arenas and stadiums all over the world currently as well. I missed his show. I wanted to go to the one in Tampa when I was in Florida. When I was down there, I wanted to go to what was it? Did I just say the Raymond James Stadium where the Bucks play? He was performing over there, so I would have liked to catch that. But you know, shout out to both those brothers, man, because I hear they're killing it out there, man. So salute to both of them. Now we got okay, so UFC. What was it? Damn, forgive me, I'm wrong. I don't know if it's 239 or 339, something like that. Anyways, it was the comeback of Conor McGregor. I was psyched. For all of y'all that are UFC fans out there, I'm sure you all were psyched. It was a big moment, a big deal. The king, the biggest name in UFC history was back. And then he wasn't. So I actually did not get to see it live when it happened. Again, I would have liked to, but clearly I didn't miss anything. They said it was 69 seconds, the fight was over. Conor, I'm hearing that he blew out his ACL or something, so his knee gave out, and you know, it was his comeback. So Conor hadn't been in the cage for over 5 years, and he broke his foot or his leg back in 2021. I think he fought against Dustin Poirier in their third fight, and yeah, he'd been rehabbing that leg or foot, whatever, and he had been gone for a while. People thought he'd never come back to the cage. I personally didn't think we'd ever see him back in the cage. So when I heard that he was billed for another fight, I was psyched, man, and like everybody else was who watches UFC. And unfortunately, man, yeah, he got hurt first round, couple of seconds, into the fight. So that sucks. So put in the comment section, man, do y'all think that Conor McGregor's finished? Do you think he's finished, or do you think he fights one more time? Because he does have actually one fight on his contract left. So if he wants to fulfill that, he can fight one more time and then retire. Or do you think he just rides off into the sunset right now? Because let's be real, Conor McGregor doesn't need the money. I mean, the guy is filthy rich. He's got proper 12. He's got what else? Black Forge, the Stout, the actual restaurant. I mean, the guy's got multiple businesses. He's a millionaire. Like, the guy doesn't have to fight a day in his life ever again. You know what I'm saying? He's set. His kids are set. Their kids are set. He doesn't have to do this anymore. So keep in mind, every time he comes into the cage, he's doing this because, he loves the sport. He loves to fight. That's what he does. It's in his blood. He's passionate about it. Do we ever see him again? I don't know. I would like to see him again personally, but I'm also okay if he never comes back because, again, he has nothing to prove. He's done it all. He is the face of the UFC, biggest star ever, and now it's time probably for him to ride off into the sunset, man. What else we got, man? So this one's a little crazy here. So 50 Cent's baby mother, man, Daphne Joy, is out of nowhere. She's just outside now. This woman never did interviews. She is always quiet. We know about the freak-offs with Diddy and all that craziness and everything. And then from my understanding, a little video was leaked of her taking pipe and just all sorts of just crazy stuff, man. But and again, you guys can look this all up for yourself. Check it out. Have I seen the video? No. Do I want to see the video? No. But it does exist and it is out there. So if you guys like to see stuff like that, go ahead and check it out. Anyways, so Daphne Joy is doing interviews now, and she's done a Vlad interview as well, I believe. So, but the first one that she did do was she did an interview with DJ Akademicks. Now, love the guy, hate the guy. He's also a pioneer in this podcast game. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the goats of this stuff. And he had the first interview with Daphne, and they, I guess they hit it off, and they went out on a date after this interview, which is wild. So salute to Act for that. You know what I'm saying? People are shitting on 50, which is stupid to me, but people are shitting on 50 right now because they're saying, that's not a good look for him. He should feel some type of way, blah blah blah. And I'm like, nigga, for what? Like, let me break something down to y'all, man. If he's not with his baby mama, he hasn't been with her forever, right? And yeah, they say, oh, but he's got a kid with her, so he should feel stupid. No. If she's involving her child in these activities, then yeah, then he should definitely have a problem. But I highly doubt that she's doing that. So when people say he should feel some type of way, for what? 50's had every woman that he's probably ever wanted, and then some. You know what I'm saying? You guys really think that 50 is thinking about his baby mother? Like, he don't care. Look, as long as his child is taken care of and is okay, that's all he needs to give a fuck about. That's a grown woman. Whatever she want to do with her, you know what, then let her do what she want to do. Who the fuck cares? That's like, bro, that's like me having an issue with what any of my exes are currently doing right now. I don't care. Like, why would I care what my baby mother's doing right now? As long as my children are okay. That's my main priority, as long as they're okay. If my children are okay, then their mother could do whatever she want to do. I haven't been with her, much less spoken to her in decades. I don't care what she's doing. And the same goes for any of my ex-girlfriends. I don't care what they're doing. That's their life. As long as it doesn't affect mine or my children's lives, then I can care less what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? They could have 50 men inside of them right now if that's what they wanted. I don't. It's ridiculous, you know, to think that, and somebody like 50 who's rich and famous, it's really ridiculous for someone to think that he thinks about that. I mean, the guy's making movies, TV shows, he's appearing in clubs, going on tours. That's probably the last thing on his mind. You know what I'm saying? Again, as long as it's not affecting his child. So to all y'all out there who think that, oh, 50 should be upset or 50's mad, bro, y'all are bugging. But put it in the comment section. You know, you tell me what you think. You know what I'm saying? I think that it's ridiculous for anyone to think that he cares, because I know I wouldn't. You know what I mean? So, and I don't have nowhere near his fame or his money, and I wouldn't care. So you know he don't care. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. I mean, that's really it. I think I've touched on everything that I wanted to, that I hadn't got to talk about. Also, too, you know, the Dame Dash and Jay-Z thing. Like, yo, so I'm a huge supporter of both these guys. They both have been tremendous inspirations of mine coming up. You know, so I have nothing negative to say about either one of these two men. But you know, someone who's had the opportunity to meet Dame Dash and speak to him and everything, I think Dame Dash is a solid dude. You know, where people are saying, yo, now it's seeming like he's doing interviews and he's hating on Jay and all this stuff. You know, that's a fair assessment or argument, to say the least. You know what I'm saying? But the way I see it is like, you know, every time he does an interview, he's asked about Jay. He doesn't just get on there, sit down and be like, hey, okay, well, let's talk about Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like that. Like, when they sit with him, they ask him these questions. And when they, and here's the difference. When they sit with Jay, when Jay ever does an interview, do you notice Dame Dash's name is never even brought up? Do you think that's by coincidence? Really think about it. Do you think that's by coincidence? When Dame sits, Dame doesn't have a PR team or anything that is like, hey, don't ask Damon about this, don't say this. That Dame is just Dame. And Dame's going to say what the fuck is on his mind every day of the week. Does not matter. That's why it appears that Dame is talking shit about Jay-Z. It's almost like it's made to appear that way. Because trust me when I tell you, that's not what the man is doing. It appears that way because he has no filter. He does not, you know what I'm saying? Like he's going to speak his mind no matter what. So it's going to appear like he's hating. But it's y'all that keep asking him about that man. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't if people are like, man, we don't want to see that side of Dame. That Dame look lame doing that and blah blah blah. Well, then write these podcasters and tell them to stop asking Dame about Jay-Z, and then he'll never talk about the guy. He's only talking about the guy because you guys keep asking him about that man. But why is it? Ask yourself, why is it that when Jay-Z does an interview, Dame's not even mentioned? It's all by design. You know what I'm saying? Jay is the machine, okay, and has the machines behind him. When Jay does an interview, Jay is specifically, they go over it. I'm almost 100% positive that they go over it, and they're like, this is what he will speak about, this is what he does not want to speak about. Because Jay is again, there's levels to this shit, and Jay-Z is at a point where in his career where he has to, you know, he's got to be very careful about what he says and what he talks about, because he's at a certain point in his career. Dame is independent, has always been independent, so nobody has to feel like when Dame's in the room, hey, he might not want to talk about the Rockefeller shit or Jay. Nah, he's gonna be like, fuck it, let's go. You know what I'm saying? But now, because he's so open and he gives you all of himself, you all are looking at him like he's just like a clout chaser, and he's trying to hate on this man and blah blah blah. No, it's just what it's appearing to look like, because you guys keep asking him questions about this guy, and he's giving you his honest opinions of how he feels, not in 96, but how he feels in 2026. Okay? So that's why it appears that way. So again, shout out to Dame, man. Shout out to Hove. I got nothing but love and respect for both those brothers, man. You know, that, again, like I said, they were a big inspiration to me throughout my career, and they still are. And so that's it, man. That's all I got for y'all, man. You know, again, always strive to be the absolute best version of yourself that you can absolutely be. Always. You know, we only have one life to live. Do everything with this life that you could possibly imagine or even dream of. Do it all. You know, don't let nobody stop you from doing anything. Don't let anybody discourage you. Don't let anybody tell you that you are less than or you can't do something. Fuck them. Always pray to God every single day, and God will make a way for you. All right? So I leave y'all with this. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. Always ask yourself, what are you doing with yours? Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And we out. Uno.